Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims 4 update video. So this is going to be the last one related to E3, as E3 is now over, but some pretty cool stuff came out of the last day of E3. So Alexis from Sims VIP posted her video interview with Sim Guru Graham, and it really helped clarify some things. And it also revealed a couple of new things. I'll leave a link in the video description in case you want to see the interview in its full entirety, which I highly recommend you should. So they addressed the biggest concern at the moment first, which is how exactly the worlds in The Sims 4 works, and SimGuru Graham does actually clarify this a little bit more in a post that he makes on the forum as well, which I'll leave a link to in the video description. So The Sims 4 does not have districts. They have the world called Willow Creek, and within that world is 5 distinct neighborhoods that all have a different feel to them. And for example, think of Los Angeles, where Bel Air is very different from Hollywood, but they're both part of the same city of Los Angeles. So within each of those neighborhoods are up to 5 lots, which can be a residential or a community venue. And via the use of Manage Worlds, which replaces Edit Town, you can freely change any of the lots in the neighborhood to be residential or community. So yeah, only 5 lots per neighborhood. That is really unfortunate. That sounds very limited, more than I was initially expecting. I thought it'd be like 10 to 15 lots, unless they do expand that limit in expansion packs and base game updates. It especially seems limiting when you take a look at this screenshot again with the rocket blasting off, because in the center of that screenshot, there's 5 houses. So when you cross the bridge, you're probably going to hit a loading screen. And while I kind of expected it to be a separate neighborhood or even a backdrop, those lots in the back there would also involve hitting a loading screen if you were able to go over to those. So, and yeah, there's only 5 per neighborhoods. Actually, in the forum thread that SimGuru Graham posted in, he said there is a 6th one, but it doesn't really count that much because it's just one large lot that all Sims can gather together in. However, it does appear there is still continuous aging and story progression, because SimGuru Graham did mention that if you take your Sims somewhere to a different part of the neighborhood and then they go back to their home in another part of the neighborhood, the time will still have passed in the home where they came from. So it won't be like The Sims 1 or The Sims 2 where it's like daytime when you leave the house and then you stay downtown until nighttime and then it's still daytime when you go back to your house. That's not how it will be in The Sims 4. The time will actually be more accurate in The Sims 4, thankfully. Also, you do not have to have all of your active Sims in the same neighborhood. So for example, if you have a family of 5 and you're currently playing as a Sim that's in neighborhood 1, and then you have another Sim that is currently in neighborhood 5, you could still switch to that Sim that's in neighborhood 5 instantly. You will have to go through a loading screen, but you can still switch to them without a hitch. So as far as Sims aging in the world goes, you actually have 2 options. So you can have it be like The Sims 3, where all Sims will still age at the same time in the world, regardless of which neighborhood you're playing in. Or you can have it where only the Sims in your active neighborhood age at the same time, so it'll be slightly closer but not exactly like The Sims 2. Also, you can bring Sims directly to you if you want to. So if you want to bring a Sim in neighborhood 5 back over to neighborhood 1, you can just click on the Sim skewer and then say bring Sim here, and then it'll bring the Sim back instantly. So with Sims going to work, what's going to happen is it'll be kind of like The Sims 2, where the Sims will walk to the edge of the neighborhood and then they'll disappear for a few hours and then they'll come back later. But apparently there is some really big surprise that is kind of related to work that will be revealed a little bit later down the line. It's apparently very exciting, so yeah, hopefully at Gamescom or sometime around there we'll know about that. SimGuru Graham also talked a little bit about public spaces, which are the areas that are not part of a lot. And in The Sims 4, they can place interactive objects out into these public spaces. And even when Sims are just like at home, they'll actually consider using those objects out in those public spaces, so their AI is no longer confined to whatever lot that they're currently on. And because of that, Sims will also want to be out in the public spaces more often, which means the neighborhoods will be more alive than in The Sims 3. They also talked a little bit about the new gallery feature. So you can download Sims while in live mode and they'll be automatically added to your current household. But if you don't want them to be added to your current household, you can also go into the managed worlds mode and you can just add your Sims to the game from there. And you can also download Sims that have custom content attached to them, but you can flag that upload if you're the creator and say, yeah, this download has custom content. And there's also supposed to be comment sections on each download as well. So saving was also touched upon. So yeah, there is the autosave feature, but you can still manually save and save as if you want to. And also returning will be all the camera controls that you can expect that are in The Sims 3 right now, including hitting the tab key to go into free cam mode, recording videos in game, and setting up predetermined camera points. So yeah, we're all good in that department, thankfully. So yeah, then it'll be easy to do Sims 4 world showcases when there's enough custom worlds out there. One very last interesting detail that SimGuru Graham revealed that I did not expect is that the cooking skill is actually split off into two branches, the home cooking skill and the gourmet cooking skill. So there will be different recipes that are exclusive to each skill there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get more in depth about those things because I really love the cooking skill. So one of SimGuru Graham's favorite things in The Sims 4 is that every single function on the computer and tablet have their own unique videos. And he actually confirmed my speculation that with the Grim Reaper and his tablet, that the tablet screen has like a list of names that he's crossing off on the obituaries and stuff like that, just like in the CW Supernatural. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. And here is what green skin Sims look like. You may have noticed that in the Create a Sim video that there is a green skin tone, so yeah, that's what it looks like. Sims VIP also posted a list of traits and aspirations, though just keep in mind that it may not be the final list since that's the E3 version. We may have more once the game actually ships. I won't go through every aspiration and trait. I'll leave a link to Sims VIP so you can read the list for yourselves. I just don't want this video to drag on a bit too long, but I'll read the aspirations that are right there as you can see it. So there's athletic, creativity, deviance, family, food, fortune, knowledge, love, nature, and popularity. So yeah, a lot more aspirations than in The Sims 2, and as you can see, there's definitely space for more with future expansion packs. So with the whole choosing process, first you can choose your aspiration, then you get a new trait, and then you can get a reward trait, and then you choose from one of two aspirations within that one, and then you get to choose 3 traits after that. And it's also pretty interesting how with nature you can have the collector bonus trait where you can find rare collectibles more often, so yeah, collectibles are definitely returning. Lastly, Polygon did an interview and they got some new gameplay snippets, so I'll go through some stills of those right now. So this one doesn't really have anything we haven't seen before. You can see Andre and his awesome sleeve tattoos again, and that building in the background. Seriously, it looks like, I don't know, it almost looks like it could be a rabbit hole, but it might not be. I really want to know what it is the more times I see it. And here you can see some Sims gathering around for a meal, and man, that food looks awesome! And all the drinks too, and as you can see at the side of the table there's some nachos with dip, so maybe Sims can actually like dip the nachos and eat them instead of eating them with a fork like in The Sims 3. And maybe some naughty Sims could double dip. And here you can see a Sim doing a comedy routine of some kind. So it would be cool if doing stand-up comedy was sort of like one of those jobs that's not like officially a job, but you can make a lot of simoleons doing it. Just like how painting and writing and fishing and other things were before ambitions gave them an actual self-employed career. Here you can see Babs tending a bar, and wow, she definitely has some skills there. And here you can see a Sim about to blow out some candles with the best face ever. And there you can see the nachos and dip again. I'm not quite sure what that food is on the right. Is it cheese pizza, or is it a pie, or is it a pizza pie, I don't know. So you can see an elder sim using a punching bag, and you can see a sim doing push-ups on the ground, which I think was sorely missing from previous Sims games. Nothing much to really point out in this screenshot, except for, oh my goodness, the booties on those two women in the foreground. That is just insane. My goodness. And here you can see a sim about to own another one by throwing a drink in his face. That is awesome. I really missed the throw a drink interaction in The Sims 2. I thought it was hilarious, even when used completely out of the context of not being in a restaurant. And speaking of restaurants, I think this screenshot may be revealing that cafes at least are returning. So we may actually see open restaurants in the base game, which would make me so happy. And yeah, that wraps up all the new stuff we learned about The Sims 4 from E3. So yeah, that's pretty good. Initially, it seemed like we weren't going to learn much, but Alexis from Sims VIP really pulled through and got a lot of new information we would not have had otherwise. So yeah, again, big shout out to her. And I'm glad you guys seem to be really liking my Sims 4 update videos. They're getting even better reception than my normal Sims 3 videos, which is really saying a lot. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing a Let's Play of this game, and hopefully we learn more about this game around Gamescom, because there's still so much info that they really should reveal, like more specifics about different community lots we're getting, and whether we're getting pools and driveways in the base game for sure or not. It was kind of weird how they're saying just no comment. So yeah, I'll be sure to do more update videos on The Sims 4 whenever anything of substance happens. And yeah, I'll see you later, guys, and have a great day.